everybody, so today I would like to share with you a very serious thing that I have found. In my state, we have to do mandatory state testing where we go into a computer lab and take a test, and one of the things you have to do is you have to put on headphones for listening portion. So I did my listening portion, but after it was over and I had moved on to other questions, I had my headphones on and they were still making beeping noises while I was taking the test. I realized that these beeping noises kind of sounded like the dots and dashes in Morse code. So being the prepared student I was, I asked for a piece of paper and a pencil, and I recorded down quite a lot of it. Now I, today, am going to decode these secrets of the states, and I don't know if they're like some answer key that they're broadcasting to only the cleverest students, or maybe it's a message from aliens or something. I don't know, but something is up, you guys, and I aim to find out. Okay, so the first letter is dash dot. That is an N. So I'm back. I've translated the first bit of it. And so far, it doesn't really seem to hold any secret messages unless they're in code. So it says N-I-O-S. So like Nios? Nios? Does that mean anything? Here, wait. I'm going to do a quick Google search for capital N-I-O-S. No way. You guys won't believe this. It's the National Institute of Open Schooling. It's like an education thing in India. Why would the California state testing system be playing National Institute of Open Schooling for India during their tests? Interesting. Let's continue. The next is N-I-I-G. Or it could just be NII. So, yeah, I'm gonna Google that once again. It's another national institute. The National Institute of, there are actually quite a couple. Immunology, the study of the immune system. Informatics, that's in Japan. It's a technology company. It's a language spoken in Papua New Guinea. Net interest income. I don't really think any of these are really a thing, so I'm gonna count that as not really being a thing. Just letters thrown in to confuse us. NII. Next is GR. Gur. It's like a sign of anger, right? Like, I'm so angry. Is that a... And then it's SSMIU, which is definitely interesting. SS is like, it's a ship thing, right? Is that a thing? No, it's not. What if I put it together? No. But there's a 7 after it. That's right, the number 7. Nope, definitely not a thing. But it does seem interesting that there are all these different letters, including the National Institute of whatever that was of schooling, the education system in India, and another institute. It's very interesting. These are definitely intriguing. The next word is the only actual word in here, and that is bee or beat. Because see, there's B-E-E, and then there are 3 letter T's. I'm not quite sure what any of this means. Maybe when we translate the second half, it'll explain it more. See you in a moment. Alright, everybody. The second half of this message is very, very interesting. It starts out kind of looking like another string of random letters. T-U-E, and I'm going to Google that in a moment. But after it says T-U-B, it just continues with like E-I-E-I, E-I for a bunch of letters. E-I. What could that possibly mean? Or it could be E-I-E or I-E, which it's pronounced the same. Okay, Claire, that was kind of dumb. But what does it mean? Do any of you have the slightest hint? Honestly, this message has completely befuzzled me. I have no idea. I'm completely befuzzled, so if you guys comment some theories, I definitely could use some help here. What could it possibly mean? And then after that, it goes I-S-I-E-I-N-I. So it says sigh in I. Well, it's pronounced it's spelled S-I-E, but it's still like sigh to me. I'm going to Google T-U-E right now. Maybe that will give us a hint as to the rest of the letter, but this is really interesting. And I wish that I could have recorded more of it, but I was rushing to finish the test so that I could get to my next class. T-U-E. Therapeutic use exemptions. Oh, it's an exemptions for when an athlete has to use a medicine if an athlete is injured and they have to use a medicine, they're allowed to use the medicine while playing even if the medicine is outlawed. That's very interesting. Maybe the I-E-I thing it represents screaming, like pain, like yeah, like does that make sense? And then the TB is like, we're gonna exempt you. We're not gonna let you use your medicine while playing because it's not an exemption. Then they scream because of the pain. And then SIE. Oh, that means August in Polish. SIE means August in Polish. So, what if August is the month when we go back to school in my district? Maybe they're trying to say that we'll all be in pain when August starts. They're not going to let us use our medicines at school. No, I'm just sounding like a crazy person. There are a couple of other things. Sistema de Información Estudiantil. It's also, SIE is also an acronym for the Department of Education in Puerto Rico. We have the Departments of Education from Puerto Rico and a thing from India, and a university here. That's interesting. Maybe I should Google the IEIE more. IEIE is Irish slang for laughing at someone, mocking them. Is it possible that the school is mocking me for writing this down and paying close attention to it? Could that be? Alright, so let's review what this has come to. Maybe nothing. Let's just go ahead and assume that this is nothing. But they did mention two different education things. The Puerto Rico system of education and the National Institute of Open Schooling in India. They also mentioned the therapeutic use of exemptions and laughed at us. You tell me what you think about this whole thing. Do you think I'm an idiot for theorizing anything about this? Do you think that it's just some random automatically generated sounds? Or do you think there's a deeper meaning behind this? Please tell me in the comments below. I will be reading all of your theories. If you post theories, please post theories. I need help. I need to figure this out. Let's work on this together. So yeah, bye. Have a nice day. OhClaire. New videos every Sunday. Ow! Oh, I'd also like to add that you're really not supposed to take materials in or out of the testing classrooms, so taking this out was technically illegal.